Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this right here. LeBron Waldo James returns. Yep, where's Waldo returns and puts up 18, 8 and 8. While giving you 5 turnovers, folks. Now, why Bronny didn't play in this game, I'm not sure. I guess he's, getting all this money not to even play. And they made a big deal out of, him scoring 30 the other night in the G League. Who cares? I guess that he's supposed to be doing this if he's got that guaranteed contract now. LeBron James returns and he looked like he was going to get a triple-double. Anthony Davis carried the team with 40 points and 16 rebounds. He only had 1 block. I think LeBron James had more blocks than him. But the Lakers shot 39 free throws, shot 34 threes. While Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, they shot 28 three-pointers and it looks like 30 free throws. Really not a big deal. I think Ja Morant. I'm trying to find him real quick. Ja Morant puts up 20 points. 2 for 7 from the 3. Oh, man. The Lakers win by 6 points. I'm sorry. It's not really a big deal. But we all know if this team is going to win, AD is going to have to carry this team. And they're not going nowhere, folks. As long as you got LeBron James on that team, they're not going nowhere. Because he's going to make sure they go nowhere as far as winning any type of championship. That's just the way it is, folks. He's not about to be no second wheel to no championship. It's not going to happen. He ain't having it. He's going to mess up his fake GOAT debate. Yes, you heard it right. A fake GOAT debate. That's all it really is. A fake GOAT debate. So he can continue to hang on by a shoestring with his fake greatness. Hopefully he retires this year. Father Time is setting in. I would like to really see this farewell tour, right? I think he better just go out, maybe without a farewell tour, because I think, this isn't going to be like a, Michael Jordan farewell tour or Kobe Bryant farewell tour or anything like that, folks. He's hated by a lot of the NBA fans. They don't like this guy. He's chased away a lot of the NBA fans. I don't think there's ever been a face of any league that was hated like this. I just don't. We sometimes say that guys they're hated because of their greatness, but that's only from like a competitive standpoint. The guy was so great that the fans kind of booed him and things like that. This isn't really the case for LeBron James, right? You would think that this guy, he came in the 2000s, totally different game. Even in the 2010s, they wasn't shooting this many threes. And you would have thought a long time ago that this guy, as the face of the league, the hated face of the league, would have got in front of this a long time ago. It would have been like critical of other guys shooting a lot of threes, low managing, flopping, not working on their overall game, whining, crying, all these things, all these gimmick tournaments. No, folks. he's been the leader of all these things. He loves it because it gives him an easier path to keep playing. An easier path to keep playing. You know, you would have thought that these things I just talked about, that he would be in front of, being critical about it, to keep the game going forward, so when he retires, the game is in good hands with these next players up. But the fact is, the league is in bad shape, folks. It's in bad shape. Not only are they trying to pull this MLB move with all these international, uninteresting international players, but it's also a gimmick game. I tell people, you know, I might comment on somebody's post, and when you see a guy like Bugsy Bogues, and you see a guy like Joker is maybe going to be a 4-time MVP. And I kind of question that now, if he doesn't really get in that top 5 spot. Because if SGA gets the number 1 seed and continues to put up the stat line that he puts up, and they win the West by like maybe, I don't know, 10 games, and Joker don't get in that top 5 seed, I don't see how you can't get it. I don't see how you can give it to Joker. I just can't. Because a lot of people is going to be looking at that as stat padding. That's how they're going to look at that. Because let's be real. Yes, Westbrook averaged that triple-double. But the thing about it is, back then, they didn't really look at things as stat padding back then. It really wasn't a big thing. So they wasn't, yeah, he was stat padding. Plus, Westbrook had a horrible team. He no longer had Kevin Durant. Harden was long gone. And people really didn't look at it like that. So a lot of people might, I mean, this has been, you know, they've been throwing shots at Joker all season about the stat padding. And you already know that the media really doesn't care for Joker. And look, I can be critical of Joker, but he sees what's in front of him. And what's in front of him is nothing. So he's like, well, I'm going to just light it up. I'm going to destroy this era. I don't know what these guys are waiting for. But to put up these crazy numbers, most of the times, you really got to have teammates not doing good. Or if they're doing good, guess what? You can't put up crazy numbers like that, man. It's impossible. Even when we look at LeBron's 27, 7, and 7, it's not this, it's not close to the stat line Joker is putting up this year. Because even with the 27, 7, and 7, you can still get more help from your team. Because 7 rebounds isn't great or upper echelon. 7 assists isn't great or upper echelon. Yes, it's good. It's not great. 27 points is great, but it's not upper echelon. So you, even with the 27, 7, and 7, you do give a little bit of room for your teammates, you know, to get some assists, rebounds, and points. If you're scoring 30, 10, and 12, well, it doesn't really give too much room for the entire team to get it. So we'll see what happens. You know, some people might look at it, you know, later on and down the road, and maybe Giannis might be a higher seed. The Bucks might be a higher seed than Denver, and they might want to give it to Giannis. Or I doubt it. Who knows after the All-Star break? You know, maybe the Lakers might be a higher seed than Denver, and they might want to give it to Anthony Davis. We don't know these things yet. Can't just go off of stats, right? Michael Jordan, after his 87, 88 season, where he cleaned up on all the awards, next season he puts up 32, 8, and 8. A ridiculous 32, 8, and 8. You know, I've did many videos on that. You know, I was shocked because who was it? Uncut Hoops? He did a video on that the other day, and of course nobody would never give me credit. But yeah, I did a video on that a few times, the 32, 8, and 8, and it was like I want to say basically 3 steals, defended like 2.9, shot like 84, 85% from the free throw line, 50% from the I think it was like 53% from the field, 0.8 blocks, and guess what? Michael Jordan didn't get the MVP. He didn't get the MVP. Magic Johnson did. Yep. Why? Because they claimed that, you know, the Lakers had a better record. Which they were basically always number one in the West in the 80s. And, you know, the voters really can't make up their mind a lot of times. Sometimes they go for stats, you know, and then they go for who was more valuable to their team. And then you scratch your head and you say, wait, how could Larry Bird win 3 MVPs in a row and he had 2 top 75 teammates? And you scratch your head, you say, how could Magic Johnson win the MVP and he had like 2 top 75 teammates? And sometimes, you know, both of them, 2 top 75 teammates and a Hall of Fame teammate. You know, so you scratch your head like, what? How can you be the most valuable player to all those guys? Okay. So the NBA really can't make up their mind. A lot of times Kobe should have made it. I mean, he should have got the MVP, right? He had a sorry team with no all-star teammates and was still making the playoffs. Okay. So we really don't know with these NBA voters. These guys, you know, they get in their feelings, and I just don't know with these guys, man. Just don't know. Yeah, so that's the spill on Joker, but it's yet to be seen. Like I said, he better hope SGA don't win that West by, like, you know, 10 games, putting up the stats he's putting up, or Joker ain't getting that, man. No way. No way in this world. So we'll see what happens. LeBron is back. You know, he gave everybody a scare. What are we going to talk about on YouTube if we don't have LeBroner to talk about, right? Everybody was, you know, they didn't know what they were going to do, man. They were really scared. they already went to the PED allegations, and he was going to come back. You know, he was going to take that time off and, you know, come back and be, you know, rolled it up allegedly. That was the scoop, right? He went to Miami, took that time off, came back, rejuvenated. He drank some of that Superman juice, and people thought that's what he was going to do. He actually didn't have that much time off. And that's that, folks. You know, he didn't have a great game. He didn't have a bad game. You know, that was it. He did have 5 turnovers. You know, but I mean, what else is new? What else is new, folks? That's LeBron James. We can go over some more games right here if you want to. And it was a pretty big night in the NBA last night. You know, Zion's not back, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Halliburton playing pretty good now. He had fell off for a minute, but, you know, in the past couple games he's been playing okay. I'm not going to say he's been playing great, but, you know, he's been playing okay. Nobody know. I don't know, him sitting on the bench, you know, like that really messed him up in the Olympics. Celtics destroy the Wizards. The Knicks beat the Magic. The Spurs, they lose. And I think Wemby, he only shot 7 threes. He was 8 for 20 from the field, 20 points. He did have I think he had 7 blocks or something. It's sad when, Chris Paul had 0 points. That's probably why they lost. But, it's not all on him. But imagine really if this guy played up to his full potential, man, as a 7'4" center. It would be crazy in this era. Suns beat the Blazers. The Warriors let the Mavs score 143 points. And that's not even in overtime, folks. That's not even in overtime. Luka had 45. Daniel Thompson had 29. Kyrie had 21. That's crazy, man. That's just nuts. Curry had 26. Man, so Draymond Green is coming off the bench now? Wow. Buddy Hield stinked it up. And Golden State suddenly is 14 and 11. Wow. And that's about it, folks. That's about it for the NBA. I don't think they. Let me see. I think they get time off Monday. No, they play Monday. I was thinking about the in-season tournament finals. That's on Tuesday. So they get Tuesday off. Most of the NBA, they get Wednesday off. And they're back to work Thursday, where the Lakers play the Kings. Lakers ain't been on national TV for a hot minute, man. And I think they play the Kings back to back. Yeah, I can see the Lakers ain't been on national TV for. They get off Christmas Eve, the NBA. And that's funny because LeBron cried about having to play Christmas Day. Now, you get Christmas Eve off to wake up, and you don't play until 5 o'clock Eastern time. But you do play. No, the Lakers play the Warriors at 5 o'clock on the West, but 8 o'clock on the East. So again, he wakes up. He gets to be with his family all day for Christmas. When he wake up, he get to be with his family all the way until 5 o'clock. I won't say until 5 o'clock because, of course, he got to come to the gym or anything like that. But hell, even if he stayed until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I mean, it's LeBron James. He can show. He got to practice. Just show up to the damn court. I guess he would have to go a little bit early because he got to go to San Francisco. But still, you guys get paid $50 million a year. In the early game, you got the Celtics. So, I think the Nuggets play that game. I think they got like a triple header. Wow. All the games on Christmas. One starts at Spurs and the Knicks at 12. And then the Mavs and Timberwolves. Then the 76ers and Celtics. The Warriors and Lakers. And the Nuggets and the Suns. Now, folks, if they can't pull no ratings from this, if they can't pull no ratings from this, I don't know what to say. This is a good lineup right here. The Spurs and the Knicks, the Timberwolves and the Mavs, the 76ers and the Celtics. Hopefully crybaby Embiid will be back. The Lakers and the Warriors at 8. And then you got the Nuggets and the Suns. And I think, let me see. I want to see the NFL schedule on Christmas Day. NFL is a beast, man. Yeah, so they got Kansas City and Pittsburgh. That's at 1. Wow. And then you got Baltimore and Houston at 4. So that might mess up the ratings. I'm surprised they don't have a night game. And they do got a game the next day, Seahawks and Bears, which nobody will watch that trash. So, You know, the NBA has their hands full. And I think the only reason why people are going to watch this Lakers game is on Christmas because Curry is on there. Because I think last Christmas game, I'm not for sure, but I think the Lakers played, and they had horrible ratings, period. It was just period, not just the Lakers. The whole Christmas lineup last year was horrible as far as viewership. So, you guys tell me what you think.